Voices of the forest, beautiful birds in the wild. The forest awakens not with sight, but with sound. Before the first rays of sunlight pierce through the canopy, a symphony begins, a chorus so intricate and beautiful that it has captivated humans for millennia. The voices of forest birds are among nature's most enchanting phenomena, transforming woodlands into living concert halls where every dawn and dusk becomes a performance of extraordinary complexity and beauty. The dawn chorus, nature's greatest symphony. In forests around the world, the dawn chorus represents one of the most spectacular natural events. Beginning in the pre-dawn darkness, birds announce the coming day with songs that can be heard miles away. This isn't random noise, but a carefully orchestrated performance where different species take their turns, creating layers of sound that build into a crescendo as daylight approaches. The European robin is often the first soloist, its melodious warbling breaking the silence when stars stilled the sky. As minutes pass, thrushes add their flute-like phrases, followed by blackbirds with their rich, full-throated songs. Wrens contribute their surprisingly loud trills for such small birds, while warblers weave delicate melodies through the growing tapestry of sound. By the time the sun appears, dozens of species may be singing simultaneously, yet each voice remains distinct to the trained ear. Scientists have discovered that birds sing at dawn for several compelling reasons. The cool, still air of early morning carries sound farther and more clearly than at any other time of day. Birds also have empty stomachs after a night without food, making singing, rather than foraging, a practical use of energy before sufficient light allows them to hunt effectively. Perhaps most importantly, the dawn chorus is a daily declaration of territorial boundaries and an advertisement of fitness to potential mates. Masters of vocal artistry. The vocal abilities of forest birds are nothing short of remarkable. Unlike humans, who produce sound using vocal cords, birds create their songs with a specialized organ called the syrinx, located where the trachea splits into the bronchi. This unique structure allows many birds to produce two different notes simultaneously, creating harmonies with their own voices or rapidly alternating between frequencies to create the illusion of multiple birds singing. The wood thrush of North American forests exemplifies this remarkable ability. Its haunting, flute-like song contains simultaneous high and low notes that create an ethereal harmony impossible for human vocal cords to replicate. When slowed down and analyzed, these songs reveal mathematical patterns and intervals that mirror those found in human musical compositions, suggesting that our appreciation for melody and rhythm may have deep evolutionary roots shared with our avian neighbors. Mockingbirds take vocal versatility to an extreme, capable of mimicking hundreds of different sounds, from other bird species to car alarms and cell phone ringtones. A single northern mockingbird may learn over 200 different song types during its lifetime, performing them in long, improvised sequences that can last for hours. These birds are such devoted singers that males will often perform throughout the night during breeding season, especially when moonlight illuminates their territory. Lyrebirds of Australian forests are perhaps the most astonishing mimics on Earth. These ground-dwelling birds can reproduce not only the calls of other birds, but also chainsaws, camera shutters, and even human voices with uncanny accuracy. Male lyrebirds incorporate these varied sounds into elaborate courtship displays, combining mimicry with original songs and visual displays of their magnificent tail feathers. Beauty in feathers, the visual spectacle. While their voices enchant the ear, forest birds captivate the eye with plumage that rivals any artist's palette. The evolution of such vibrant coloration serves multiple purposes, from attracting mates to providing camouflage, and the diversity of patterns and hues is staggering. Tropical rainforests host the most spectacularly colored birds on the planet. The resplendent quetzal of Central American cloud forests seems to embody living emerald and ruby, with metallic green plumage that shifts in the dappled forest light and crimson breast feathers that glow like fire. Ancient Mesoamerican cultures revered this bird so deeply that quetzal feathers were more valuable than gold, and killing one was punishable by death. Toucans and hornbills, found in tropical forests across Central and South America, Africa, and Asia, sport enormous, colorful bills that seem almost comically oversized. These bills aren't just for show. They help birds reach fruit on thin branches, regulate body temperature, and serve as visual signals during social interactions. The keel-billed toucan's rainbow-colored beak contains shades of green, orange, red, and blue, making it one of the most recognizable birds in the world. Paradise birds of New Guinea and surrounding islands have evolved some of the most extraordinary plumage in the animal kingdom. Male birds of paradise dedicate themselves to elaborate courtship displays that combine dazzling feathers with acrobatic dances and strange vocalizations. The Wilson's bird of paradise, for instance, has a turquoise crown, scarlet back, yellow neck, and bizarre curled tail feathers. Males clear forest floor courts where they perform their displays, and will spend hours each day maintaining these performance spaces. Even in temperate forests, brilliant colors flash through the trees. The scarlet tanager of eastern North American forests is a shock of crimson against spring's green foliage. Blue jays display intricate patterns of blue, white, and black, their intelligence matching their beauty. Painted buntings bring tropical brilliance to southern woodlands with their combination of blue heads, red breasts, and green backs, every primary color represented on a single small bird. Songs as identity and culture. Bird songs are not simply instinctive responses, but learned behaviors that vary between populations, creating what scientists call song dialects. Just as humans develop regional accents, bird populations in different areas sing with distinct variations on their species' basic song template. Young birds learn their songs by listening to adult males during a critical period of development, much like human language acquisition. White-crowned sparrows provide one of the best-studied examples of avian dialects. Birds living just a few miles apart may sing noticeably different versions of their species' song, with these dialects remaining stable across generations. Young males learn the local dialect from their fathers and neighbors, and females show preference for males singing the familiar local variant, potentially using dialect as a way to choose mates adapted to local conditions. This cultural transmission of songs means that bird populations can develop unique musical traditions that are passed down through generations. In some species, songs gradually change over time as young birds imperfectly copy their tutors or add innovations, creating a form of cultural evolution. Researchers have documented song fads in certain populations where new variations sweep through a group before being replaced by subsequent innovations. The bellbird, found in Central and South American forests, produces one of the loudest bird calls on Earth, a metallic, bell-like clang that can be heard over half a mile away through dense forest. Different bellbird populations have evolved distinct call variants, and recent research suggests that these differences may be contributing to the formation of new species as populations become reproductively isolated by their vocal differences. Ecological importance of forest birds. Beyond their aesthetic appeal, forest birds play crucial roles in maintaining healthy ecosystems. Their ecological services shape the very structure and composition of the forests they inhabit, creating a web of interdependence that connects plants, insects, and other animals. Many forest birds are vital pollinators, particularly in tropical regions. Hummingbirds, sunbirds, and honeyeaters have co-evolved with flowering plants, developing specialized bills and tongues to extract nectar while transferring pollen between blossoms. Some flowers have evolved shapes that can only be pollinated by specific bird species, creating intimate partnerships where both plant and bird depend on each other for survival. Seed dispersal represents another critical service provided by forest birds. Fruit-eating species like toucans, hornbills, and thrushes consume berries and fruits, then fly considerable distances before depositing seeds in their droppings. This process helps plants colonize new areas and maintain genetic diversity across fragmented landscapes. Many tropical trees produce fruits specifically adapted to attract birds, with colors and sizes calibrated to the vision and gape size of their target dispersers. Insectivorous birds provide natural pest control, consuming vast quantities of insects and other invertebrates. A single chickadee pair may remove thousands of caterpillars from forest trees while feeding their nestlings, helping protect trees from defoliation. Woodpeckers excavate beetle larvae from beneath bark, controlling populations of wood-boring insects that might otherwise damage trees. These predatory services become particularly important during insect outbreaks. when bird populations can suppress pest numbers before significant forest damage occurs. Threats to forest birds. Despite their beauty and importance, forest birds face unprecedented challenges in the modern world. Habitat loss remains the primary threat, with forests disappearing at alarming rates to make way for agriculture, development, and logging. Many forest bird species require large, intact forest tracts and cannot survive in small, fragmented patches of woodland. Tropical deforestation particularly impacts bird diversity, as tropical forests harbor far more bird species than temperate regions. Every minute, forest area equivalent to 40 football fields is lost, taking with it countless birds and other species. The scarlet macaw, which once ranged from Mexico through Central America, has disappeared from much of its former range due to habitat destruction and capture for the pet trade. Climate change adds another layer of threat, altering the timing of seasonal events that birds depend on. Many migratory species time their breeding to coincide with peak insect abundance, but warming temperatures are causing insects to emerge earlier while birds arrive on schedule, creating a mismatch that can lead to breeding failure. Changing rainfall patterns affect fruit and flower production, impacting food availability throughout the year. Invasive species also threaten forest birds, particularly on islands where native species evolved without predators. Brown tree snakes accidentally introduced to Guam have driven several endemic forest bird species to extinction. Feral cats, rats, and other introduced predators continue to devastate island bird populations worldwide. Conservation success stories. Despite these challenges, conservation efforts have achieved remarkable successes in protecting forest birds. The Puerto Rican parrot, reduced to just 13 wild individuals in 1975, now numbers over 600 birds thanks to intensive captive breeding and habitat protection programs. Echo parakeets in Mauritius recovered from a population of fewer than 10 birds in the 1980s to over 750 today through similar efforts. Protected areas and national parks provide crucial refuges for forest birds. The creation and expansion of reserves have allowed many species to stabilize or recover. Community-based conservation programs that provide economic incentives for protecting forests rather than clearing them have shown particular promise, creating situations where both local people and birds benefit. Citizen science initiatives have engaged thousands of volunteers in monitoring bird populations, creating massive data sets that help researchers track population trends and identify conservation priorities. The eBird platform has recorded over 1 billion bird observations, providing unprecedented insights into bird distribution, migration patterns, and population changes. Experiencing forest birds. For those who wish to experience the magic of forest birds, opportunities abound worldwide. Many forests offer early morning bird walks guided by experts who can identify species by sight and sound. These experiences provide not just encounters with beautiful birds, but education about forest ecology and conservation. Birdwatching has become one of the world's fastest-growing outdoor activities, with millions of enthusiasts traveling to observe rare and spectacular species. Ecotourism focused on birds generates significant revenue in many countries, providing economic justification for protecting forests and their avian inhabitants. Communities near important bird habitats have developed lodges, guide services, and other businesses that allow local people to benefit from conservation rather than forest destruction. Even casual forest visitors can appreciate bird voices and beauty. Learning to identify common forest birds by their songs transforms any walk in the woods into a richer experience. Field guides and smartphone apps make identification easier than ever, while audio libraries allow people to familiarize themselves with bird sounds before venturing into the forest. The future of forest birds. The future of forest birds ultimately depends on humanity's choices. As we face biodiversity loss and climate change, protecting forests and their inhabitants requires commitment at every level, from international agreements to individual actions. Forests sequester carbon, regulate water cycles, prevent soil erosion, and provide countless other services beyond serving as homes for beautiful birds. Supporting conservation organizations, choosing sustainably sourced products, and advocating for environmental protection all contribute to preserving these natural treasures. Creating and maintaining bird-friendly habitats in urban and suburban areas helps support bird populations during migration and provides stepping stones between larger forest patches. Conclusion: the voices of forest birds represent more than mere sound. They are expressions of life, beauty, and the intricate connections that make ecosystems function. These remarkable creatures have evolved over millions of years to fill every available niche in forest habitats, developing stunning plumage, complex songs, and fascinating behaviors in the process. When we protect forest birds, we protect entire ecosystems and all the services they provide. We preserve beauty, wonder, and complexity that enrich our lives in countless ways. The dawn chorus continues in forests around the world, but whether future generations will hear these voices depends on actions we take today. Every forest walk offers opportunities to marvel at these extraordinary creatures. Whether watching a woodpecker excavate a nest hole with remarkable precision, hearing a thrush's ethereal song echo through the trees, or glimpsing the flash of brilliant plumage as a tanager flits through sun-dappled leaves. These moments connect us to the natural world and remind us why forests and their inhabitants are worth protecting. The forests continue to sing, their voices carrying ancient melodies into an uncertain future. Our responsibility is clear: to ensure that these songs never fall silent, that future generations can still experience the magic of beautiful birds in the wild, and that the forests continue to resonate with the voices that have filled them since long before humans walked the earth.